Hello everyone, I'm the Cold One and welcome back to Trails in the Sky, where we just found the airliner our father went missing on. Now we gotta report back to the guild. And unfortunately cooperate with the asshole army people. Fuck the army in this game. Bunch of assholes apparently. Oh, are you... Speaking of assholes, here they are. Great, now this is something I did not expect. I wonder if we should be glad since they saved us the trouble of having to contact them. It's Zephyr. Why the fuck are they all aiming? Are we gonna... We have found the suspicious armed group. Oh, you fucking dumbasses. Put your hands up in the air, all of you. What in the world is coming? A woman and two kids on the sky bandits? Though the girl does look shit. Are you talking about me? Wait, are you talking about Estelle or Shara? Hey, now it's just rude. Who are you calling sky bandits? Could you see this shiny emblem on my chest? The Bracer Guild, huh? I hope you don't think for a moment something like this proves you innocent. This guy sounds like an asshole. General Morgan, why are you here? After looking over the reports of my men, I found this place to have been insufficiently investigated, so I came to see for myself. Who would have thought the lots of you were conspiring with the Sky Band? Are you a fucking moron? Might I get you to stop with the accusations, General? We happen to find this place one step ahead of your men, because you're a bunch of incompetent fools. If that's the truth, then why don't you tell me where the Sky Bandits are? Are the hostages inside that airliner? We almost had the Sky Bandits, but they managed to escape. And there are no hostages to be found here. Hump, hump. It looks like the truth has come out. Most likely you notified the Sky Bandits to let them know we were... How the hell we know we were coming? What? Wait a minute here. How about you cut with your shit? My thoughts exactly. Alright, man. Take them into custody. Yo. Fuck this guy. My throat. Ow. That hurt for a second. Dude, this guy's an asshole. Really? Fuck you. Really? Really? Wait, what? We could climb over that. There's no top. The general will be questioning you himself on the morrow. If your innocence is proven, then you will be released in 2 to 3 days. 2 3 days? Why would it take 2 or 3 days to release if we're fucking innocent? Ugh, I really hate royals. So for the time being, this cell will give you a place to cool your heels. Cool our heel? Why the hell would we cool our heel? What the hell does that mean? You mean heads? This is not even funny. Tossing us in a place like this without even listening to a word we have to say. If the army manages to arrest the Sky Bandits, then I'm sure we'd have our names cleared. But with the way things are at the moment, that's not gonna happen because they're fucking other fucking morons. Huh? Why not? You remember about the Sky Bandit leader we fought in the old mine said, right? He said, this can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early. If I remember correctly. Now that you mention it, he did say that, didn't he? You're not trying to tell me that he meant the army by that, are you? I don't know for sure, but I would bet that's what he meant. Which means that the Sky Bandits have a mole in their army. Or a collaborator who is leaking information. That's what you wanted to say, isn't it, Joshua? Yeah. Well, if that's the case, they'll never get caught, which means we were the only ones that stood a chance of nabbing them. But now we're stuck in here. I wonder how your father would get around this setback. My. Well, don't you all seem to be in the... Is that... Huh? Did you say something, Joshua? No, I didn't say anything. I came from the sun... It's Oliver, isn't it? Oh, how could you say something so heartless? My illustrious voice should be recognized to anyone. Could this unfounded self-confidence to an absurd narcissism belongs to you too? It's you, isn't it, Oliver? Olivia, you too remember my dual set chords. Why the hell are you in prison? To think we'd meet again in a place like this. It seems that we're bound by destiny. Why are you in here? Why are you here? I thought we took you to both. And now you're locked up in a place like this? What the heck did you do? Come now, let's not worry about all the little details, shall we? I have my reasons, which are deeper than the deepest oceans and higher than the highest peaks. I'm definitely not asking now. I'm sure we just get tired while you talked our ears off. What a coincidence! I was thinking the same thing. So there you have it. We really don't really care. We don't really care. Wow, you guys are mean. You talk so much that I'd probably be an old lady by the time you were done. I'm not ready for wrinkles yet. Come on now, let's not be like that. I'll fill you in on all the details of the tragic incident which befell me. Don't you listen, dummy? We don't want to hear about it. It all began after we parted ways. I did some window shopping in the Boast Market, then moved to the Anteros restaurant. You see, once I had eaten to my heart's content, I began to play the grand piano to then feed my artistic soul. And upon doing so, the restaurant manager was overcome by my skill, and so I was asked to stay and work as a professional pianist for the restaurant. That's great and all, but I thought you were supposed to be a lutist. A musical genius is not limited to just one instrument. Anyway, back to my story. After negotiating a few of my own conditions, I accepted the job offer. Those conditions were, of course, food and wine for free every day instead of Mira. I don't know how to put it. That's very you, Olivier. Yeah, I'm not sure how that was anything to do. It had anything to do with you getting thrown in jail. Oh well, this is where the real sob story begins. That night, I had been enjoying a plate of sautéed duck I had the chef prepare, but the blood sauce which had been used was a little overbearing for my palate. Consequently, I began to feel that the normal red wine was not satisfying either. The more you talk, the more I want to hit you. But come on, I'm curious in spite of knowing better. Well, so I borrowed a bottle of wine which seemed good from the cellar. Something called Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183. Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183? That's the legendary vintage wine that was auctioned off in the Royal City. Oh, aren't you well informed? I heard the rumors about it too, so of course I was interested in having a drink for myself. Auctioned off? How much are we talking about here? From what I heard, I went for somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 Mira. 500,000 Mira for just one bottle? That's out of this world. You didn't, did you, Olivier? Such a neatest question. Of course, I opened the bottle and had a sip. It was a sweet-smelling fragrance. Sweet-smelling fragrance tickled my nostrils. Its luxurious, mellow taste caressed my throat. And can you believe what else? A rose-tinted vision of time and space exists within the very bottle. I don't think I can listen to this any longer. Yeah, my ears are bleeding from listening to such stupidity. I'm completely dumbfounded. The sad thing is, after taking a sip of such excellent wine, I began to feel the food was lacking. And as I was having the chef cook me something else to match the wine, the restaurant manager returned. Such a not a stingy fellow. I cordially invited him to join me for a drink. But for some odd reason, he got rather upset. In fact, he got so steaming mad that his face looked like a ripe tomato. And before I could say another word, a group of soldiers came filing in. And, well, one thing led to another, and I can't say another word about this tragedy of being dragged all the way here without coming to tears. So let us all weep together as we sympathize with my dilemma. They're all idiot. Pardon? But do my ears deceive me? I could have sworn I heard Z's, and Z's even assuredly misheard idiot coming from your cell. Are you listening? This is where the story gets really interesting. You see, several further trials awaited me after I was brought here. Hello? Are you listening? They actually fell asleep. That's rude. Hey, you three, get up. I'm tired. What's wrong? Are you trying to tell us we're being interrogated this early in the morning? It's a little early even for me. No, just the opposite. You're being released. Huh? Thank you, jackasses. Why all of a sudden? Is there a reason for this? Yes, I like to consider myself that reason. Oh, it's the mayor. What an unusual place to be meeting you. Yeah, it's me, the mayor. I'm really sorry about everything that happened to you, but don't worry, your names have been cleared. I don't completely agree with everything, but this is a request coming from Mary Bell herself. You'd better remember to thank her. So you mean Mary Bell stood up on our behalf? No, that's not exactly it. I just explained your situation to General Morgan. Our situation? Yes, I have one question for both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. This is Estelle Bright, and I'm his adopted son, Joshua Bright. I see. Now that you mention it, the girl does slightly resemble Elena. You knew my mother? Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visited your home in Roland. Why, in fact, we even met once when you were just a babe. Now wait just a moment. You're a personal acquaintance of my dad's? I knew he was in the military before, but I don't know Cassius the Bracer. The only Cassius I know is the one from the service. He was a rare strategist. Strategist? Dad? I can't imagine what he saw in the Bracer Guild. It makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me. What's your problem with the Bracer Guild? What's wrong with him? It seems like your father was a brilliant officer in the military. I've heard from the general that he tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring. I didn't know that. Somehow it feels hard to believe. However, if that's the case, the general's hatred for Bracer may stem from Cassius leaving the army. Okay. From the vexation of being left by one of his most promising men. I get the same impression. So what you're saying is our lives are such a pain in the ass because of Dad? The dirty, rotten scoundrel. How about we turn the boast now? With the airliner being found, the situation has taken a new turn. So there are a number of things I'd like to discuss with you. Oh, sure. Is something the matter? I'm definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something. Now that you mention it, what could it be? Olivier? Loot flag! Oh, how callous people can be at times. Like, let him keep his loot. Oh, how could you forget about a companion who spent the night with you in a cold, hard cell? How lamentable, how pitiful. Fine, be that way. I shall wither away, friendless and hungry, alone in this dark purgatory. Is he still here? Yeah, I completely forgot about him. I'm sorry to say, but there's not much we can do for you. Is he the musician I heard about? The one who chugged the bottle of Grand Chardonnay without a second thought? Indeed, that is I. Yet, my fair lass, I would be heartbroken if you took my intentions the wrong way. For you see, I perceived it as an advance payment for the exquisite services that I was about to render. You are quite the interesting character. Alright, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the general for your release. Really? Truly? You would do such a kind service for a man such as myself? I think that may be asking too much. If the restaurant takes it to trial, there's going to at least be a lawsuit. Well, there's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me. Huh? And that Grand Chardonnay was the very one I bid for. That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter. Are we gonna get Olivier as a permanent partner now? Please? I can't believe you were released. It's like a stroke of bad luck. Why? Please don't lay on the compliments so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook in such fine wine without paying a single mirror. Shall I play the piano in the restaurant per our contract to remedy that? I think I'm gonna have to pass on that. After what happened, I think it'd be a bit awkward having you back there. I, for one, don't think he'd mind a bit. Yeah, he sure seems like he has thick skin. Let's just think of this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us. But I don't think I can just let things go like this. Let's see. It seems like you're investigating something important at the moment. How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine? How about I lend my services in return for the wine? Huh? Well, that does sound interesting. Could I ask you to join these braces in the work? Ha! Could you ever? So it's settled. Let's our new working relationship bloom like the magnolia at the height of a spring. Hold on a sec. What did we deserve this? Your general weirdness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is honestly going to be a pain. Are you confident you won't be a drag on our work or our sanity? Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic, but of course, I'd be distressed if you tried to list my music genius in the same group. That's the kind of line that gets me really worried. But maybe we can use the extra hand. As long as As long as we can't count on the army to help us out, I have a feeling that we'll be short on manpower. Well, alright then, we'll use you for what you're worth. However, if you do happen to conclude that you're not, oh my lord. However, if we do happen to conclude that you're not worth your weight, you're dumped from the party. Are you gonna be okay with that? Of course I don't mind. I'd never let you down, so please be reassured. Well, my expectations of you are pretty much at rock bottom, so I know you won't let me down. I'm glad things are settled between you. But before you go, there's something I need to tell you. Tell us? Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy as we headed here. What happened? Truth be told, last night there was a large-scale burglary in the Boast's south block. The weapon shop and orbital factory were targeted, as were a number of private residences. What? So, is this the work of the Sky Bandits? It's unknown at this time, but it seems highly probable. You of the Royal Army is currently conducting an investigation, but they're incompetent. You can't trust them. We gotta do this ourselves. See, I guess we better do an investigation of our own then. Yes, I'd like to formally request that you do just that. I'll send the payment over to the guild for the work you've done so far. Please make use of the money for your current investigation expenses. Da 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 da, Oliver has joined our party. I have a feeling that the army is going to get in our way again. But I guess when that happens, it happens. Whether they get in our way or not, I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about any information we come across. Because if there's really a spy in their midst, they'll just leak it to the Sky Bandits. Though I'm reluctant to say it, I also think it's the best to keep quiet about our findings. Anyway, let's act with prudence. Alrighty, my bosom companions, shall we head to the south block? Look, buddy, who made you the king of the show? Oh, I gotta talk to the store owner, so. Yep. Arms and guards. Talk. Damn it. My shop got ripped off by a bunch of thieving criminals, and they took off with every last one of my pricey goods. Why did this have to happen to me at a time when there were hardly any goods around to begin with? It'd be funny if you just had nothing here. That'd be hilarious, and it didn't happen, but that would be fun. Ah, shit, I didn't click money. Modify, slot, Oliver. Here he has 5 open? Oh, she has 5 open too. Oh wait, she already has 4 open. Oh, 4 open too. 3 open. Okay, so who can we talk to? So I'm actually looking at things. I have no choice but to allow you. Just don't get in the way of our army's investigation. Where should we go? Who should we ask questions to? I don't see anybody to ask questions. Oh. Okay. Do we go inside these random buildings and ask people? Sorry, barging into your home to ask questions. Now we got burglar. I swear, what's happening to both? I'm just glad they left the house alone, though I'm baffled as to why they certainly didn't do the homework on the city. Okay. Okay. So they're specifically targeting the orbital factories and the weapons. So they're searching for weapons and shit, huh? I guess plus. Oh, it's the same house, huh? Where am I going? I already talked to this guy. Oh, okay, someone over here. Another house. Okay. They're talking to everybody already. What the fuck am I supposed to talk to? Where? It's time to pass. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this has turned out to be really cute. Niall, this is the one you wanted, this one. Yeah, sure, something like that. However, we got really screwed, you know that. Ah, it's you guys. Good afternoon, are you working on another story? Looks like you two are on the trail of the scoop again. Hey, it's you kids. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Boy, am I glad to see that they let you out of the clinker. Yeah, I heard all about your kids getting arrested by the army up at the old mine. You certainly had me worried. Why are you acting like you had nothing to do with it? It was your info that led us to the village. Hey now, what kind of face is that? Don't tell me you blame us. Did you go and check out the abandoned mine yourself? Yeah, we did yesterday, but it was after you all had already been hauled off. We could have had a really great shot of your arrest had we been there. It really guts me that we missed such a perfect opportunity for a great shot. I swear, you people in the news business. But anyway, I was wondering if you thought this looked like the handiwork of the Sky Bandits. It sure looks that way to me. It seems the army is sniffing around for clues too. But to be honest, it looks like there's nothing to be found here anymore. I see. That does make things a bit more difficult. Well, Mr. Reporter, why don't you let me ask me this? You know from whence the Sky Bandits entered town? According to our witness statement, they were seen leaving through the west gate. Well, that's awfully strange. The mayor residence and post marker are right through the west gate. It seems like attacking those two places would be far more lucrative. When you put it that way, it does make a whole lot of sense. But if you don't mind me asking, who the heck are you anyway? I'm glad you asked. I'm Olivier Lindheim, a wandering bard and a gifted musician. I'm sure you've heard rumors about me, right? Alright, you're the guy who drank wine without paying at the classy restaurant. It takes guts to stiff such a big bill. It's an honor to meet you, sir. Haha, you're making me blush. I'm ready for my interview anytime, so don't hesitate to ask. Wow, really? I'm getting a headache just listening to this crap. These two are very much alike. I'm not gonna ask how this guy went up with the rest of you. That would be for the best. Okay. Thanks to the shenanigans, blah blah. The newest model of camera on display was stolen. Do you think the Sky Bandits have an interest in photography? I mean, that's possible. Alright. Alright. Tax people now? Nope. Okay, that'll be something in the gun shop too that I didn't check out. Oh wait, I gotta check out. Where do we go now? Oh, you! Hello, you there. Wait, is something wrong? I thought I'd better give you a word of advice, even if you're representing the mayor at the end of the day. What? And if you are representing the mayor at the end of the day, you are still civilians. We cannot have you wandering around in the middle of our investigation. Who do you think you're talking to? Your advice seems rather more like a threat. I'm just saying you need to know your place. If you are so adamant about investigating the matter, then do it after we've cleared out here. If we get any more trouble out of you, then I'm going to have to give you a personal invitation to jail. Forget about it, Stella. There's no use arguing with these gentlemen. For an ass in a lion's skin, you sure know how to throw your weight around, Mr. Soldier. Damn. What did you just say? May I ask what's going on here? Oh, who's here? Who are you? Colonel! For a soldier in the prestigious Royal Army to be threatening our good citizens, this is an outright embarrassment to us all. But these aren't just civilians, sir. The members of the Bracer Guild. Oh, is that so? Then I ask you once again, what is going on here? The army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. What do you intend to accomplish by being rude to our allies? But as far as the general is concerned, yes, that side of the general really concerns me. I'll take over the investigation from here, so please take your men and clear out. But sir, your men have been here since early this morning. I presume that a sufficient investigation has been conducted by now? Yes, I'll smooth things over with the general later. Is there anything else you wish for me to address? No, sir. Alright, men, pack it up. We're returning to Hawking Gates. Yeah, run away, you little bitches. Fuck you. It looks like that's that. It seems that some of our personnel were rather impolite. Please allow me to apologize. I appreciate the gesture, but we made some slightly inflammatory remarks as well. So how about we let bygones be bygones? That suits me just fine. As I stated before, the army is supposed to be working closely together. To think our two organizations working together grants us each the ability. I think our two organizations working together grants us each the ability to make up for the other shortcomings. I'm looking forward to any progress you make with the recent series of events. Thank you. We'll do all that we can. He seems like a decent guy. Yeah, I wonder who he is. Goodness, it's almost the appointment time. Oh, already? Excuse me, but it appears I must take my leave. Oh, before I go, looks like I haven't properly introduced myself. I am Alan Richard, the Colonel of the Royal Army, a Colonel in the Royal Army. If there's anything I can do to assist you, please do not hesitate to contact me. I guess not all the military people are assholes. That's good. Colonel Richard, I feel like I've heard that name before. Niall was the one who mentioned his name earlier. He said something about him being a sharp young officer who leads the Royal Army's intelligence division. Ah, so he goes like head to head with Scarecrow? Ah, right. Wow, for someone in the military, he sure knows how to listen to others. He's in the intelligence division. He's gotta know how to learn. Probably in his mid-30s, and he's not hard on the eyes either. He seems like he's more fit to be a politician than a service member in the army. Hey, you guys. Who was that you were talking to in the black uniform? I could swear I've seen him somewhere before. Are you trying to tell me you didn't recognize him at all? That was Colonel Richard of the intelligence divisions. You know, the guy you mentioned earlier? What? You're not pulling my leg, are you? As fun as that would be, no. He said himself, so I'm fairly confident he is who he says he is. To think the legend himself would show up here. We can't wait around like this any longer, Dorothy. Let's see if we can catch up to him. Hey, sir, though, I'm not sure why chasing after them. I'm really not sure why we're chasing after them. Anyone? Do you see his eyes light up? I wonder if he's going to do an interview or something. Anything else in the army would brush him off, but I'm sure the colonel will oblige him. What's the matter with you, Oliver? You look serious. Like, I gotta say, I find it creepy coming from you. I was just thinking about the colonel. I'll be the first to admit that he's quite the specimen of a man. But what? I can say with confidence that he doesn't stand a chance against me when it comes to the ladies. Well, I'd like to see him try a little harder. It's no fun without a romantic rival. You just had to ask, didn't you, Joshua? I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Alright, let's see here. Now that the soldiers are gone, how about we resume our investigation? Let's start by talking to all the people we couldn't talk to earlier. Good idea. Alright. I think I'll end this one here. If you like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and share it around. Thanks for watching. Golden One out.